You guys know about Podcoin?
I've heard of it.
Tell us more.
Podcoin is this cool new app where it actually pays you. This could be a hack, Pip, because Podcoin gives you rewards for listening.
Which you already do.
Exactly. You already do. So all you have to do is you go to your app store, download this free app called Podcoin, and then mostly all the podcasts are in there. They have tons and tons and tons of podcasts in there. You go there and you listen to your favorite podcast like the Shiznit Show, and you get rewards for listening. And after so long, you take those rewards and you can cash them in for like a gift card to Starbucks, or you can get an Amazon card or whatever. And once more, if you listen to the show like the Shiznit Show, that's a bonus show, then you get 1.5 times the credit.
Wait, bonus show? What's that?
A bonus show is a show that is being promoted in their bonus section.
Oh.
And you click on that and you listen to one of those shows and you get 1.5 times the credit. And don't forget, when you go and you sign up or you join Podcoin, to put in your referral code Red Rock, and you'll get 300 credits right off the bat.
Wow.
Okay, so you listen to our show. That's a bonus.
There you go.
You listen to our show and you actually get extra points.
There
That's
you
a
go.
bigger bonus.
Yep.
And if you put in Red Rock,
You get 300 more points?
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. You might as well just give me the gift card right now.
Yeah, so you basically just, if you're not listening to the Shiznit Show on Podcoin, like, what are you doing right now?
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your life?
already listening anyway. You might as well download the app and earn while you listen.
Definitely. Or you can also, if you don't want to buy, Amazon cards or Starbucks cards, whatever, and you're feeling philanthropic, there's charities you can donate to.
Oh.
Yeah.
But great charities out there. That's amazing. And what's the name of the app again?
Podcoin.
Got it.
What's happening with it? This is Slink Johnson, a.k.a. Black Jesus, your Lord and Savior, and you're listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network. How you love that?
You are listening to the Red Rock Podcast Network, featuring Pod of Thrones and
The Shiznit.
Look, this is for my old heads, young G's, etc. Dino Red said he loves the intellect. Yes, he never hesitates. I can rap without the bro. I'm only in first gear and still way ahead. Living in the cold world full of that nonsense. Drug heads, teen moms, day-to-day violence. Fiends at the corner, panhandle for bottles. 12-year-olds running around with pistols and hollows. Fuck with my conscience, but still I do. I know right from wrong, but my decisions is stupid. My generation is crazy, and the media proof. Ignorance is bliss, and we is illy influenced. And that's why I'm here. Old soul kicking brand new flavor in your ear. Rapper of the year.
this is the Red Rock Podcast Network. From Red Rock Studios in Los Angeles, California, this is the Shiznit. Now, put your hands together for the Shiznit.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Shiznit Show. I am your boy. I am your host, Dino Red, and I have with me, as always, my ride or dies, Miss Dijon Monique is not here at the moment, but we got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pip Lilly.
that's right. Voted best cute guy walking on the corner of 7th Avenue and 57th. It's true. A homeless woman told me I was cute.
She had the award for you and everything.
Yeah, she just picked something up off the ground and just said, "Here you go, baby."
And after 2 minutes, she was like, "Okay, that's enough." Start cutting you off. Well, hey, compliments are great no matter where they come from, right?
I'll take it.
It's better than an insult. She could have called you an asshole or
Right?
something.
Right.
You know?
You know what? She had a lovely jack-o'-lantern smile and seemed very nice.
Man, so it's been a minute. It's been a minute. We were out last week. I apologize to everybody. Or first of all, I should say welcome everybody from chat when the live listen to us, Castbox Live. Welcome to those listeners to us on Break Radio 87 FM.
Hello.
Down in the AT Israel and wherever else they may be listening. And to all those who listen to us to every platform around the world, we thank you for joining us and welcome. And I apologize because I was not out. I came down with a quick staph infection. That kind of took me out. So I don't know if you guys ever had. I've had a history of staph infections. The last one I had was before my daughter was born, back like probably 12 years ago or something like that. And man, those things are not. They're painful, especially when they show up in the form of a boil on your skin or whatever. I'm not going to go into details because it's pretty gross, but they're very painful. And but it only took me out for like a day and a half. Because I came down with the infection like midweek, and I knew what it was almost immediately. Not quite immediately, because when they first show up, they seem like pimples. But after messing around with it for a minute, it's like, okay, this ain't no regular pimple.
That's awful.
And I'm pretty good at remembering pains and things I've experienced in the past medically.
You can recognize it again.
Yeah. When it comes back, I recognize it like that. I'm really good at it. So I was like, okay, I know what this is. So I just went on with my regular life, doing the things to get it taken care of or whatever. But then came Saturday, and something about when it bursts, those poisons and toxins or whatever that's in it, it kind of takes you out. So by the time I got home, I had the chills, and it was hot as hell on Saturday,
right?
Last Saturday,
it sure was,
or Saturday before last, and I had the chills, and I literally had goosebumps from being cold. It's like, okay, well, I'm out for the day, and that's why I hit you guys up. Guys, I'm probably not going to be able to do the show tomorrow. And then when I woke up, I felt a lot better. I didn't feel sick any longer. I just felt tired. I just really, really tired and just spent. I have a theory. I feel like one of the reasons why I came down with it when I did was because of I noticed that when I get those, there's some common circumstances going on with me. It's usually a very stressful time. And also a time when I've been kind of going. In the last couple of weeks, I have been going. I pretty much spend all my energy through the week just getting to work and doing the things that I do, in my everyday life, just living life. And by the time the weekend comes, I'm pretty spent. And I just use the weekend to recoup.
Right.
And my wife does not like handling much of anything by herself. So she will schedule all that stuff to be done when I'm home, which is when I'm supposed to be resting. But now I have to go with her to get new tires, or we have to Long Beach, or we have to go. So for the last couple of weeks, we've had all these things to do with the car and other errands to run. So I didn't have any chance to really recoup before going back to work. And I think that's why I was staffing, because usually it's a break in your skin somewhere. It kind of lives on your surface. Okay. And then when you have a cut or some other kind of break in your skin, it gets in, and then that's when it makes you sick. But I didn't have a break in, and it still got me. But I think that's why, because I was just worn down.
I need to be careful then. Yesterday I bought a little cactus. I was out, just a little one. I have 3 cacti now. And I bought the first cactus because I wanted to have something in my possession that I loved and I had to take care of, but could hurt me. I just thought it was a good life lesson. And I bought a little cactus yesterday, and I put it up on the shelf, and I put it precariously, and it fell, and I caught it with my bare hand. I still have little prickly things in my finger.
Wow.
Today.
So instead of dying, you have a little cactus.
My digits are now thorny.
Thorny?
Mm-hmm. And then it's little tiny ones too. It's little tiny ones. I got as many out as I could. I'm not joking. It was hundreds.
Wow.
I had to use a tweezer to get them out.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
They're still there.
Ouch.
Little tiny ones in my right hand.
That's And you still keeping the cactus?
Yeah, that's why I have it, to remind me that something I'm taking care of can hurt me.
Yeah, wow. Interesting. That's kind of deep.
Well, it's a metaphor for life.
Yeah. Yeah, you said that. So, welcome, Dijon.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to see you. How are you feeling? Wow.
Hey, yep.
Are you as worn down?
I was, yeah, worn down, doing the running, going. My dad's in the hospital again.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and it was pretty scary, too. Well, it's always a little scary at his age, and with his health problems. But what really shook me this time was the fact that my sister called and she was shook, because she's usually like, oh, she's like really like, oh, nobody, he ain't going nowhere, he gonna live forever,
right? But she was shook.
But she was all like, she was kind of shook, so that kind of shook me, and that's weird because I thought I was a lot more emotional than I thought. I thought I would be, because he's been with me for like almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I've basically been, no, not basically, I literally been preparing myself for him dying for like over 10 years.
Wow.
Even before he came to live with me, because his health was so bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay. And he was elderly. He was still in his 70s, you know, like he could go. He could go any minute, you know, be ready.
Mm-hmm.
But then actually, when he came to live with me, not that I'm crediting myself, I think it just had a lot to do with the family environment and people looking out for you and just different things. But he got a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot
Less
better
stress.
when he came to
Stability.
when he came to live with us. He got a lot better. He used to fall a lot, you know, and then after he was with us for a while, whatever, he stopped falling. He hadn't fell in years.
Oh, wow.
Up until like fairly recently.
I'm sure being around Donnie also probably helped him too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure it didn't hurt.
Just
maybe
less
his nerves a little
stress.
bit, but
Yeah.
but anyway, so yeah, I thought I was ready. You know, I thought I was ready. And I figured, got to the funeral, I'd cry, I'd break down, and then I'd go back to being, whatever. But nah, man, when my sister called me at work, whatever, I had to go excuse myself because I was like, I got, I was shook. I was like, wow, this could be it. And I was like, I was surprised that I took it like that.
Wow.
But I went to see him and I talked to his nurse and his doctors, and well, don't get me wrong, at that age, anything, it could, anything could, but I just didn't get the feeling that it didn't seem that dire of a situation like it did when I talked to my sister.
Right.
You know? And
well, then that's good. Hopefully.
So yeah, I don't think he's
That's good.
That means he's
this
that means he's
time
getting
or
better.
anytime soon anyway.
And you
Good.
never know how you're
Good.
gonna take death.
Right.
Like I've had 2 deaths this week. Like one, my old boss.
Oh wow.
You guys might have heard about this one. His name's Harold Prince. He won more Tony Awards than any other person in the history of the awards.
Wow.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the number 1 producer director ever lived in Broadway history.
Wow.
Phantom of the Opera, blah blah blah. So he was my boss when I did Showboat. Nicest boss I ever had. But he was 91. He passed away this week. And then, unfortunately, speaking of bosses, my old boss at Second City, their daughter passed away at 17. She had cancer. So that happened this week. You just never know how stuff's going to hit you, too.
No.
I was actually...
You said 17?
17. She had liver and lung cancer. I feel bad more for that because I didn't really know their girl. I've been out here for 13 years, so she was little when I left Chicago.
Right.
But you never want to hear about a young person going.
No,
not
you
that
don't.
way either.
But her parents are really the people I know. My heart breaks for them.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm still sad about my old boss passed because he was just such a nice man.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's 91. He was
full life.
He had the best life.
Mm-hmm.
He was very, very successful. He lived to be 91, and he was he was as kind as he was talented.
That's good.
That's something
That's what everybody wants.
I consider myself pretty resilient. Even my various strengths have, said that about me. That I'm pretty emotionally and whatever. But if something happened to my daughter, man, it's just, man,
I know.
There's no words. I don't know if I come back.
Yeah.
Right.
That would wreck me.
Yeah.
It would wreck me.
That's a tough one. And then that's just not the natural order. Usually the parents go before their kids. So when something like that happens out of order, it's really, really hard to cope with.
Well, you don't want to. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys saw this on social media because it was a thing for their daughter was kind of getting well known in social media because it was a thing, #Team Nora. And there was a lot of celebrities that were in their Instagrams, #Team Nora and stuff like that. Because this is the guy who was the producer at Second City when I was there, and his wife. And so all these Second City alums like Tina Fey and Keegan-Michael Key, and then other celebrity friends of theirs were all #, and even like I think it was like the Pope or somebody like #. Wow. It was like it got around, and so it was a big fight for her, and there was a lot of support for her, but she didn't make it.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's tough. Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
It's the worst.
It is.
A lot of people, were like, oh, HIV or whatever. HIV because I felt like I had a certain amount of control over that. You know what I mean? Like you could be abstinent or you could be, selective and you could protect. There's things you could do that, you know what I mean, that would mitigate it or make your chances, lesser or whatever else. You know what I mean? But cancer,
they just come and get you.
You got to be a world-class athlete.
Man.
Cancer gives no fucks.
They were saying that, cancer cells are in everybody's body and there's certain things that happens that activate the cancer. And they were saying that even if you have a root canal, that can activate cancer in your body. So it's just like, no way. No way.
Yeah. Yeah,
way.
that's life, y'all.
All right. On the positive note,
Yeah.
Okay, and
Let me
other news.